Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and this was another amazing week in the market. My portfolio was up 20% this week, bringing my 2-week total to 30% gains. Comment down below what some of your best plays were this week. Now today we're going to talk about why trading was halted on CCIV, and we're also going to talk about what's next for BNGO now that their symposium has concluded. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for Merrill Lynch and Morgan Stanley, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 15 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch this one video each day and you will get every single stock pick from the top 15 YouTubers. All I ask in return is that you hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright guys, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor and none of the YouTubers I follow are financial advisors either. Today's video is purely for entertainment purposes only. Alright, let's get into it. First up is ACER. This is a pharmaceutical company that Mcash mentioned today. I reviewed this stock 2 days ago in my stock picks video for Thursday, so you can watch that video if you want more information. Long story short, this is a pump and dump, and I do not recommend buying the stock. Next up is BNGO. BNGO's symposium concluded today, and as you can see, BNGO was up another 21% today. The quickest recap I can give you about their week-long symposium is that their Sapphire machine is significantly better than anyone could have imagined. The other good news to come out of the symposium is that all of the issues ARK Invest brought up about BNGO, such as the fact that their Sapphire machine was not useful for clinical work, were addressed and resolved this week. So that means ARK no longer has a reason not to buy BNGO. The next big catalyst for BNGO would be ARK Invest adding BNGO to their ARKG fund. And after this week's symposium, that appears to be much more likely. Next up is CCIV. This is a SPAC, and they are merging with Lucid Motors, which is an American EV company and a competitor to Tesla. We've discussed this SPAC every day for the past 4 days, and we'll most likely be talking about this SPAC every day for the next month. This is the most hyped SPAC of this year, and for good reason. So let's talk about that Twitter post today. Yes, that's right. A single Twitter post that caused CCIV to go up so fast that trading got halted today. All the tweet said is that Lucid Motors was having a company-wide meeting today, and that was all it took for CCIV to jump 20% within minutes. This stock is built up entirely upon rumors right now. Everybody is waiting for confirmation of the merger. Just know this. When the merger is confirmed, it will be announced after hours. Also, shareholders will know before Lucid employees know. Lucid Motors cannot tell their employees first because then their employees would buy CCIV and that would be insider trading. So Lucid Motors has to make a public announcement before they tell their employees. Of course, when that announcement finally comes, the fact that CCIV went up 20% within minutes is a really good sign as to just how fast CCIV will go up when this merger is finally confirmed. So the big question is, should you hold or should you try to scalp? There are pros and cons to each. If you scalp, you can probably make more money, but the big risk is that you might be out of the position when the merger is confirmed. So personally, I have decided to just hold no matter how much it goes up or down, because I do not want to miss out on the confirmation run-up. Next up is FRSX, Foresight Autonomous. Foresight Autonomous develops autonomous technology for EVs. I went over the stock in detail yesterday, so you can watch that video for more information on FRSX. Today, Dead Inside let us know that he took profits on some of his shares, but is still holding most of his shares. If FRSX was trading at $3 still, Dead Inside would say this is a buy, but at $7.82, it is really hard to recommend buying this stock. Tech Conversations also said to wait for a pullback before buying the stock or adding on. Dead Inside does have a price target on FRSX of $10, which would represent a 28% upside from today's closing price. But in the short term, downside potential is greater than the upside potential on this stock. So if you do buy at these prices, make sure you do more research into this company before buying and make sure this is a long-term investment for you. Next up is NIO, N-I-O. StockMo thinks that between Tesla and NIO will go up more than Tesla because it is a smaller company and it will grow faster than Tesla. Technically though, NIO dropped below its upward trend line today and it also dropped below its support level of $57. So we'll have to see what happens Tuesday. If NIO can shake it off and go back up, I think it will be okay. But if NIO continues to drop, I think we're looking at $50 before it reaches the next level of support. After that, we have very strong support at $44. My prediction is that because of the lockdowns in China right now, NIO will continue to drop to somewhere between $44 and $50. I will also tell you that personally, if I see NIO drop to $50, I will be buying. And if I see NIO drop to $45, I will be buying heavily. Next up is OBSV. This is Observa. This is one of the more interesting penny stocks I've covered because of the analyst price targets. I'm not even going to pretend that I understand what this company does. Just know that it is a women's reproductive health pharmaceutical company. What is really interesting about this stock is that it is being covered by 3 analysts with 2 buy ratings and 1 hold rating. Okay, that's not interesting. The interesting part is that they have price targets ranging from $17 to $28 on a $4 stock. We're talking about a 400% to 700% upside potential. And if you're under the belief that investment bank analysts are always conservative and always give ridiculously low price predictions, then how high could this stock really go? Now, of course, this would have to be a long-term hold before you see those kind of prices. So why are the price targets so high? Because this company's drug is currently in phase 2 trials and is expected to have successful results. Once OBSV gets FDA approval, it should hit those analyst price targets. Well, I should say if it gets FDA approval. That is, of course, the risk with all of these pharmaceutical companies. If they don't get FDA approval, this stock could go to zero. Just keep in mind that you will have to wait months or years before we find out whether or not they are getting FDA approval. That said, I really like the insane upside potential on this stock. And if you like pharmaceutical companies, you might want to consider this one. Next up is PCPL. PCPL is a SPAC and they are merging with E2 Open. E2 Open is a supply chain management and logistics software company. Their customers are comprised of over 100 of the largest companies in the world, including Walmart, UPS, Nike, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Boeing, and the list goes on and on and on. They have a 95% customer retention rate, and the industry is growing by 12% per year. They are planning on paying off all of their debt once the merger completes, which means they will be a profitable and debt-free company. As of today's closing price, they would have a share price equal to 8x their revenues. Generally, any company with less than 10x revenues is considered cheap, so I do see about a 25% upside potential on this stock. This is not a high-growth stock. This is a safe, steadily growing company that could be compared to other very large companies such as Microsoft or Disney. If you do decide to play this, I would play it as a long-term hold. No word yet on whether or not they will be doing dividends, but I would not be surprised if they do. Next up is TSLA, Tesla. StockMo says that President Biden's plan for infrastructure investment will benefit Tesla as well as the other EV companies. And the company that will benefit the most is Tesla because it is the furthest along in the market right now. Now today it was down because China said they have millions of people in lockdown. But StockMo stressed that this is temporary news and once the lockdowns are lifted, we should see a fast rebound in the market. Next up is VIH. This is another SPAC. They announced recently that they are merging with BKT. That's spelled B-A-K-K-T. Bakkt is a digital wallet that allows you to trade and store cryptocurrency. It can best be understood as a mix of Robinhood and PayPal, but for cryptocurrency. VIH originally ran up to $18 on the merger announcement, but has since sold off as Bitcoin has dropped in price. Since the merger isn't scheduled to be completed until the second quarter of this year, Tech Conversations said that you might want to wait before investing in this stock. He just wanted to get this on your watch list in case you are interested in this SPAC. Just keep in mind that this is not a Bitcoin miner, so the share price will not be affected by the price of Bitcoin to the same extent that Bitcoin mining stocks will be affected. This means smaller gains, but it also means smaller losses. So this would be a little safer investment than a Bitcoin miner if you were interested in buying Bitcoin stock. Next up is WKHS. Jack Spencer thinks Workhorse is going to win the USPS contract. Of course, this is pure speculation, but if they do win the contract, then that could be a huge catalyst for WKHS. The reason Jack Spencer thinks Workhorse is going to win the USPS contract is because there are now only 3 companies that remain in the running to win the contract, and Workhorse is the only all-American company left in the running. That said, USPS is not expected to announce its decision until the second quarter of this year. So this is more of a midterm catalyst rather than anything that would move the stock price in the short term. That said, WKHS is very close to our buy under price of $23, and the MACD is very close to turning bullish. So Tuesday might be a good day to buy WKHS. Next up is XPEV. StockMo likes this as his third favorite EV stock. It is struggling right now, but StockMo thinks this is a great long-term hold with lots of upside. I hope you enjoyed today's video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below how well you did this week and what your favorite plays were this week. And if you want to get some free stock, sign up for Webull through my link in the description below. They're going to give you 2 free stock when you sign up and deposit $100. That will help you out, and it also helps this channel out. And finally, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading. Don't forget that the markets are closed on Monday. I will see you guys tomorrow.